Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Mentis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.
Everyone, it's Christian Fuchs here. I would like to say a big thank you to our fans and keep having our back for the upcoming Premier League season as well as the Europa League. Keep watching Leicester Fan TV. They have the latest news and they keep you up to date on leicesterfantv.com. So stay tuned and thanks for your support.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Leicester Fan TV for tonight's Friday night Fanzone show. Obviously, remember, me and Josh are on Friday nights now, as obviously Leicester are playing in the Europa League on Thursdays. I'll be joined, as always, by Josh, aka Sportser, and today we'll be joined by a special guest, Connor, from the One Leeds fan channel, and we'll be looking forward to our game on Monday night, which is, of course, against Leeds. So let's start by adding Josh in. Evening, Josh. How are you?
I'm good, Loxs. I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good. Thank you, mate. Another win in the Europa League last night. So positive. Yeah. What did you think of that game last night?
Yeah, I thought it was a good win on the road. Obviously, we made quite a few changes going into it. So I think the most important thing was to get 3 points and just keep this 3-game unbeaten run and 3 games we've won in a row keep on going. So yeah, it was a good result last night.
But yeah, I completely agree. Let's just go through a couple of comments before we add in Connor from... oh, there we go. So yeah, Carlos is here. Evening, mate. Evening, Carlos. Thank you for joining so far. Raj is here. Evening to you, Raj. We've got a comment here from Nipper R who says, come on, Leeds. So a couple of Leeds fans coming over to the channel to come and see what us and Connor has to say. Kieran says we're going to smoke Leeds. Tom says, I think if we play like we did against Athens, then we are going to get hammered. Need to step it up. Come on, you foxes. And Hassan's here. Good evening. Good evening to you, Hassan. Nipper says Leeds are going fox hunting. Fighting talk there from Nipper. We'll have to ask Connor if he knows who that is. Robert is here from Arizona, USA in the house. Tucson. I can never pronounce that place, eh? Just some foxes. Amanda's here. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining. And finally, Patrick says Josh has got a Leeds shirt on. Just stand up a sec, Josh, just to make sure that there's no Leeds badge. There we go. Brilliant. So yeah, let's add in Connor from One Leeds fan channel. Evening, Connor.
Boys.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if both of you have got Leeds shirts on.
True.
We have got. It looks a similar design, actually. Eh? Yeah.
Basically.
Is that this year's? Is it?
That's this year's, mate. It's a bit of an alternate kit, but I do like the Leicester one. It's probably because it's based on that, but there you go.
Yeah, it's very similar. Everything's, but they do use similar, templates and all of that these days, don't they? All around. So. But anyway, Connor, obviously welcome to Leicester Fan TV. I don't think I might be proven wrong, but I don't think you guys have been on our channel before. It's been a few years since we played each other. So how are you, mate? Are you all right?
Yeah, good lads. Yeah, very good. The Premier League surge is happening, and it's good to meet you boys. Without that, I was there at the King Power I don't know if it was the last time we met. I'm not sure. It was one of the last times we met. I think in League One, where Steve Howard, wasn't it, headed that
Steve
goal
Howard.
in the last minute. I was there, head in hands. So yeah, it's good to be back, and it's an old game, isn't it? It's a traditional English Premier League game, so it is good to be back playing Leicester.
Yeah, of course, and obviously, as I was mentioning, just let's get it in now so people can check out. Obviously, just tell us a little bit about you guys and what you do over on your channel.
Yeah, so it's sort of factual based stuff, statistical analysis, reviews, previews, very similar to what you boys do, sort of fan zones and stuff like that. If we don't just touch on Leeds as well. So if you want to come over, and we've done a big tactical analysis on Brendan Rodgers and Leicester City and where Leeds need to be careful and wary. Yeah. And yeah, just come over and check us guys out if you want to just check just general football stuff and some Leeds stuff going into this game.
Yeah, I mean, I checked a few of your things. To be fair, I saw them a few weeks ago, and obviously, especially now, today, I've had a look, and some great stuff that you guys do. So everyone, go and check them out. Only if we win on Monday. You don't want to be looking if we lose. But let's start really with obviously Leeds. Back in the Premier League, it's been a while, and every year it seems to be. It nearly happened. And obviously, finally, it did. What are your thoughts now on your first few weeks back in the league and how things have gone for you so far this season?
It's easy, this stuff, isn't it? This Premier League lark, it's all right. No, lads, it is. It's a complete baptism of fire. We had obviously Liverpool on the first fixture, which was, I did think we deserved something from that game, but wow, 4 chances for Mo Salah, 3 goals. It was one of them where you boys will know, coming up from the Championship, that transition to the Premier League, it's such a harsh reality, and we saw that straight away. But I think we've held our own. I think teams like Sheffield United and Fulham, it was more of an obvious game, that one, because they played us obviously only last season and the season before, so they know the Bielsa way. What I've noticed about the Premier League teams, the ones who've been there for a while, who've played Leeds United, they don't get it. The amount we run, the amount we drive teams down, how we get stronger in games, they just don't understand it. They don't understand how we haven't got star-studded players and we just work as a collective unit. We've got no egos. And I think the start to the season has been it's been an eye-opener for Leeds, but I think it's also been an eye-opener for other teams at what Bielsa and Leeds can bring to this division.
Yeah, definitely. When Leeds did get promoted and obviously during the pre-season, I think a lot of fans did expect Leeds to come up and give it a good go, like a proper good fight. But I remember watching that first game, Leeds and Liverpool, and I was, I expected. I did the prediction for the table, and I had Leeds, I think, in 10th or 9th, something like that. Which obviously, I'm guessing you would have taken at the time. So even with me predicting that, watching that first game, it was a very good performance. And me and Josh are sat here very happy what you did to Aston Villa as well last week. But what, obviously, talking of predictions and things like that, where did you expect Leeds to? I know we're only a few games in, but where did you expect them to finish at the start of the season? Where do you think they will finish?
Yes, don't get me wrong. It's not coming from a point of ignorance and arrogance or anything like that. But I predicted sort of 9th, 10th, and that's just because it's fitness. I think fitness plays such a massive part in football, and I think we all talk about technicalities and who can ping in a top corner finish, like we know players like James Maddison can. But I think just in terms of just standard fitness, I think it goes such a long way, and we've got such a collective unit now that have been together for 3 years. We've got arguably the best coach in world football in terms of just a coach, and he's just changed everything at Leeds. And a lot of people in the Championship understood what Leeds were about, but teams in the Premier League maybe didn't understand. So I sort of looked at the lower ebb of the Premier League, the bottom 10, and I thought, yeah, we can do these over 2 games, 100%. We're it's not like, as I keep saying, it's not like we've got individuals who are world class, but as a team, we'll go up against anyone in this league. And I did expect us, and especially lads with the craziness of this Premier League. It's mental. I mean, every single team's been beaten so far, and I think we can definitely break into that top 10, hopefully. But listen, 17th and beating Man United twice, I'll be happy with.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead, Josh?
Just based on that, I think it's quite rough. It's good to see a different style of play coming into the league. Obviously, the teams that came up played the passive style, but I guess you guys are stuck to your ways in the Championship. But onto the game on Monday night, then, do you think Leeds are going to change the way they set up against Leicester, or do you think you'll stick to the same type of play?
No, it doesn't happen, mate. we might. Trust me, Bielsa, it just doesn't happen. It is going to be hell. It's going to be hellfire and fury. We will just go for it. It happens moment one. You'll see a rush of about 6 players going forward, and that it's just the way we play. We've all bought into it as fans, as a club, and we don't adapt for anyone. You know, we'll go to Old Trafford and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll go to Chelsea and do the same thing. So. Bielsa, we have modifications in game tactics. You know, we might switch to a 3-3-1-3 or a 4-4-2. But at the start of the game, the mantra is to go for the jugular. It's pure attacking football. So no, I don't think that. A lot of people think that we sacrifice defending, but we've had 3 clean sheets this year, so we're doing okay in that department as well. But yeah, rest assured, it will just be Leeds going forward.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Bielsa gets loads and loads of praise about his tactical awareness and his style and all of that. And Brendan Rodgers is another manager who, in recent weeks as well, he's been given so much praise for his tactics, and especially after the Man City game, the Arsenal game the other day. How do you think? Obviously, you've watched every Leeds game so far this season. How do you feel that team will do against how Leicester City play? Obviously, against the, I don't want to say this because it annoys me, the big teams and all of that. Obviously, Leeds are a big club. We all know that. But in terms of the established Premier League top 4, top 6, we have sat back. We've given them the ball and we've kind of just hit them on the break like we did a few years ago when we won the league. But how do you see Leeds playing? How do you see them going? The game being set up against us. Do you feel like you'll have most of the ball? Do you think we will?
Yeah, I think how Rodgers will set up is that 3-4-3 formation that he does extremely well. I think there'll be a press like there was against Arsenal from the likes of Dennis Pratt on our wingers, because I think that's where Leeds' creativity comes from. It's down the flanks, it's the overloads, it's the pockets of play out wide. And I think Rodgers will know that. I think you guys played 8 different formations last year at the start of games.
Yeah,
Brendan Rodgers is a superb coach, an absolutely superb coach. I think he's very astute in everything he does. What I'm going to be really interested to see is whether or not he sets up the same against Leeds as he did against Arsenal and Manchester City. That's what I'm going to be really interested to see. And if he just allows Leeds to have the ball, which Wolves did against us, and we really struggled to break them down. Aston Villa came at us gung-ho. You come at us gung-ho, you're setting yourself up. And I think you've got to respect Leeds in a sense, lads. I think we'll 100% respect Leicester. Definitely Bielsa will know. I mean, you guys are just, what you've achieved over 10 years is, it's phenomenal. It'll never be recorded again, the amount of achievements you guys have had I'm never going to say a club your size, but going up against Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. We're talking about the juggernauts here.
Yes.
And it's unbelievable. And I really like Leicester. I watch Leicester a lot. Very good team. But yeah, I'm very nervous in terms of what you can. I think you're a better team than Wolves. And I think you can hurt Leeds in many different ways. But I think what's going to work into Leeds' hands is the amount of injuries you've got.
Yeah. And a question we ask every different fan channel that come on our shows. Obviously, Tom's kind of touched on it here. He put Jack Harrison and Patrick Bamford being quality for Leeds. Who are the players in the Leeds squad who you would say we need to look out for? Leicester need to keep an eye on them this Monday.
Yeah, I think Bamford, a lot of people hate him. I don't know if you guys do, but he seems to be the most hated player in the Premier League, which, Leeds is the most hated club, so we love that. He just fits in perfectly. But Bamford's been unbelievable. He absolutely tore Aston Villa up last week. He's been good in every single game so far. Gives us so much from the front. That press from the front is essential, especially, potentially if Leicester have Johnny Evans and Kaglar Söyüncü out. If they have players like that out, him pressing high and recovering the ball high up the field has been key to everything Leeds do. And he's so much more than a goal scorer for Leeds. And we've seen that with Eddie Nketiah when he's been at Leeds. He couldn't fit that Bamford role, and he's just pivotal in everything we do. Jack Harrison he's just been absolutely phenomenal, so quick. I mean, if you watch the Liverpool game at the start of the season, you saw when he destroyed Trent. Trent couldn't keep him under control. And I would normally say Calvin Phillips, but obviously he's out, which is a big plus for you boys. But probably another one is Luke Ayling. He's going to go back to that fullback role, I think, during this game. And Leeds' fullbacks are just, I mean, they act as wingers. They'll just keep going and going and going. And he is our creative spark from the fullback role. Yes, those three probably are the big ones.
Yeah, you mentioned Jack Harrison there. I mean, obviously, Leicester have got a load of injuries at the minute. Timothy Castagna, the right back, is now, it's been confirmed that he is out until after the international break. So, we'll have James Justin potentially in the right back position, or Mark Brighton if we're playing the wing backs. Obviously, Mark Brighton not blessed with pace. Even Christian Fuchs on the other side, not blessed with pace. So it's a good time, I feel, for Jack Harrison to play Leicester.
It's that title-winning side, isn't it? The back again.
Wes Morgan, Christian Fuchs, Kasper Schmeichel. Just missing Robert Huth. Obviously, I want to just quickly touch on one thing. I don't know if you're a FIFA fan. You play FIFA at all, Connor?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I don't know if you've played this year. But Ross has mentioned a certain individual, Rodrigo, who is a handful on FIFA this year. But I've only seen glimpses of him. I've only seen little bits of him this season in real life. What have you made of him? That addition to the team?
Yeah, he's frighteningly good. It's funny, isn't it? Unless you play a team, you don't really see it. I think you get that a lot. Players will look at players at Leeds and they might not think, who's that sort of thing. But you'll then play against them and you'll realise. And I think that's the mistake that Aston Villa sort of went into. It was sort of a bit of a lack of respect in terms of tactical nous against Leeds, and I think Rodrigo destroyed them, and he's an extremely good player. Obviously, Spain's number 9 starts for them every single time they play, but Bielsa has moulded him into a number 10. We now have Rafinha, who was another summer signing from Rennes. He can play in that 10 role as well. Pablo Hernandez, who is just phenomenal, gets better with age. And Rodrigo just as a whole has just been a breath of fresh air. And he sort of links up in game, I've noticed, is going to a 4-4-2, which sort of puts the pressure onto a back 3. And let's say I know Leicester play a back 3 sometimes. So we go into a 4-4-2 where Rodrigo pushes up with Bamford and applies that sort of high press. So, we're a bit of a nightmare on the ball with Rodrigo, but off the ball, it's arguably even better with him in the side. Yeah, he's fitting absolutely perfectly well.
Brilliant. Nip has said here it's going to be a fitness test for you lads, which I agree with, obviously, especially only 4 days after playing away in Athens. Could cause us some issues. And finally, as we always end, score predictions. Obviously, I'll start with you, Josh, first. What was we always say score prediction and the first goal scorer. So, Josh, what are you saying?
For me, I'm going to go realistic. I think it'll be a draw, to be honest, and I think I'll take that away from him. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I'm going to go with Vardy to score the first goal. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game for Leicester. Like we said, we played on Thursday night. The injuries we have, there's going to be players who are quite old, like Fuchs, Wes Morgan, who are going to be coming into the side. So it's going to be a big test for Leicester. And I think even if we can get a point, I think it'll be a good result because Leeds have a lot of quality going forward. So yeah, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on Monday night.
And first goal scorer?
Vardy, yeah.
Vardy, there we go. And go on, Connor. What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a high scoring 3-2 Leeds win. I know it's going to be horrible for you boys, but I think you'll still have a great season. I just think you're absolutely battered by injuries at the minute. I don't know what lineup he's going to start with, but Leeds are looking quite strong at the minute, and I think it's going to be a little bit of maybe a difficult one for a Fuchs and Albrighton and maybe potentially even a Wes Morgan to deal with. But first goal scorer, Jamie Vardy, definitely. As always.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm gonna go with Josh actually 1-1, I think, and hat trick Bamford to score the first. Not a hat trick this week.
The legend.
We'll leave that for Villa.
Yeah.
But no, thanks so much for coming on, Connor, and hopefully you'll be on for the reverse leg later on in the season. I don't know when it is. Do you? On the top
Mate,
thread?
I'm only focused on 19th of December, Manchester United. I'm sorry, it's been 16 years. Sorry.
Yeah. Obviously, guys, remember, check out One Leeds fan channel. I'm sure you do your match reviews and stuff, do you, Connor? So
Yeah, we do,
there'll
mate,
be plenty of content to watch Monday, Tuesday. So, like I said, Connor, thanks so much for coming on. All right, mate.
Nah, cheers, lads. It's been brilliant. Good luck after the game.
Cheers, mate. And you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. So that was Connor from One Leeds fan channel, flannel, One Leeds fan channel. Guys, check out the YouTube channel, the Twitter, all of that. They're a great bunch of guys, and they do really good content. So check that out, especially with Leicester playing them this weekend. So we spoke loads about Leeds, Josh. Let's have a quick recap to last night. Obviously, another great win in Europe for Leicester. 6 points now out of 6. We played Luhansk and we won. Was it 3-0? It wasn't it? It feels so long ago. 3-0 at Luhansk, 3-0 at home against Luhansk, and 2-1 against Athens. A few problems in the second half, Josh, wouldn't you say? Especially that scare when they scored their goal. What did you make of the Wes Morgan and Christian Fuchs and these players that haven't played much football and came in and did, in my opinion, did a good job?
Yeah, definitely. I think Wes had a great game, to be honest. Of course, he got a little bit short on the goal, but overall, I think Wes had a great game coming in. Obviously, he's aging, so is Christian Fuchs. So, yeah, I think them two did a great job, and especially Christian Fuchs. I think you have to give him a large amount of credit because he's played about 3 games in a row. I think he has, and to be honest, at his age, it's fair play to the man, and those games have been big games as well. So, yeah, I think it was a good performance last night. I think those are the type of games, if you want to do well in the Europa League, we need to get the wins. Although it wasn't the greatest of performances, a win is still a win, and it's a good performance and a good result away from home.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook user says here, was it great though? We struggled second half, which we did at times. We struggled second half. If they had a crowd in there, we would have been battered. I mean, I don't think we would have been battered, but I think it could have been a different result if there was a crowd in there. Because I know they can be intimidating, them lot, with all the flares and all the bloody ultras and all of that. So could have been a different result if there were fans. But yeah, we did get the win, and we can be happy with that because now we've got 6 points. If we get a win against Braga next week, which is going to be difficult because they are the best team. Is that at home, Josh? I think it is, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I believe it is at home. Let me just have one quick look. Braga, and that is at home. So yes, we're at home against Braga next week. If we get a win there, Josh, then that's going to put us in good stead for qualifying maybe the week after, right?
Yeah, it should do. I think I win against Braga. Obviously, just like I said, it's going to be they're definitely the second best team or the best team apart from Leicester in the group. So yeah, I think if we can get a 3-point a win at home, I think that should pretty much get the group confirmed. I think we can get a few draws here and there away from home, and yeah, I think we'll qualify quite comfortably. But yeah, it's been a great start to the campaign in Europe.
We've got a comment here from Ian. Hey guys, it's the Mad Darlow fan back. Hope you're well. It was my wife's 40th birthday and our 9th wedding anniversary yesterday. Happy birthday, Ian, and happy anniversary. And Ross says, fantastic win and props to Chowdhury for scoring that goal. Well taken goal. I do get worried when I see him. I don't want people to slate me for trying to. I'm not looking for a scapegoat or anything like that because we won. So there's no point in looking for a scapegoat. But I just get so nervous with Hamza. Especially after that, I mean, he can be reckless at times. He can give the ball away. I don't want to be nasty, but I think I would blame him for that Villa goal, Ross Barkley, because I don't think he closed him down enough. But he scored a great goal yesterday. He took it well, didn't he, Josh? And at the moment, with the injuries that we've got, there was talk of a Mendy injury, but he did come on yesterday. But in times like this, we need a player who can come in and do a job, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. The injuries are just keep coming. I don't know why, but I think we need to invest a bit in January. But I think we have enough backup at the moment with the lots of, just like I said, with Chowdhury and Mendy in there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and finally, everyone, get your final score predictions in for me to read out before we end the stream tonight. Let's just see. I think Ross has said Chowdhury is the league catamole of Leicester City. Yeah, exactly. Tom says, I think we were sloppy in possession. The ball was up in the air too much. We couldn't get a hold of the game, and they just kept breaking us quickly. Very disappointed. Did you see that spell, Josh, where it was just header?
Yeah.
I was just like, just play it on the floor, for God's sake. We're against, no offense, but we're against Ike Athens. Come on. Just do something with the ball. But yeah, like we said, at the end of the day, 3 points on the board there. And finally, Luke said, gutted about Castagna. And we'll just end on that, Josh. A bit of a sour note to end on, but not in a bad way. Who do you see starting at right back? Do you see it being JJ? Or do you see it being Albrighton maybe? Or do you see, well, that's all I can think of really, JJ or Albrighton. And then obviously if JJ's on the right, maybe Thomas or Fuchs on the left. What do you think to that?
I think JJ will move across to the right, and then we'll probably see either Fuchs on the left or Luke Thomas. For me, I think we'll go with Fuchs potentially and give maybe Luke Thomas. I don't really. It's going to be either one. I think they'll rotate between it. One will start on Monday, one will start on Thursday. So yeah, for me, I think JJ will move into that right back role, and then either Fuchs or Thomas on the left hand side.
Brilliant. Right. Thanks as always, Josh. As you've probably all noticed, and you, Josh, as well, there was no FPL chat tonight, and that's my fault because I've not prepared. But on Monday night, I don't know if you've heard, Josh, we have a match day live. That is a full watch along. Are you going to tell me you're doing it as well, aren't you?
I don't even know because my laptop's messed up.
Well,
moment, so
Josh, if you can't do your own one, go on your phone as you are now and come on with me. Phil will be doing pre-match as always. I'll be watching the first half on the live watch along. Phil half time, me second half, Phil full time, and maybe Josh will be on with me as well because we could do that. And guys, just to end on as well, in 15 minutes I will be on. Oh, I look awful now.
Does he even know?
All Leeds TV. I'll be on a Leeds fan channel in 15 minutes, and we'll be talking about the game just like we have been with Connor. I think it's all Leeds TV, so just search them on YouTube,
Instagram,
and get the Leicester Fan TV lot over to all Leeds TV, and we'll all be there. So thanks as always, Josh, and
cheers.
See you Monday. If not, see you next Friday.
Will do. Cheers.
Sam, mate. Have a good weekend, pal. Cheers. Bye-bye. So, guys, that's all of it tonight. Get your final predictions in for Leeds versus Leicester, which is on Monday night at home. Tom says JJ on right and Thomas on left, I think. Ross says 3-2 Leicester and Vardy to score 2 and Fofana header. And if we win Monday, we have won every game away from home. Ross says, if I do, there needs to be a censor for me. No, Ross, don't be silly. Come on the watch along. Let's have a look if there were any other comments. Andy says, was it a penalty? I don't think it was. I mean, he did hit his toe. He did stub his toe in the grass, Andy. But I think the keeper did also make contact. I think if VAR was there, it might have been overruled because he was already going down. But it's a tough one. With no VAR, it's hard for the ref to get that right. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks all for watching and getting your comments in and all of that so far tonight. Ross said there's censor for the swearing knocks. Don't worry, Ross. We'll be fine. I'll go beep. It'll be all right, Ross, mate. But yeah, guys, see you all on Monday for the pre-match, post-match, halftime, and the whole watch-along, starting from 7:30 on Monday. So yeah, as always, come on, you foxes, and thanks all for watching.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feedme, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.